Okay, so this morning's practice, we are going to start on our backs. Start in Supta Baddha Konasana just to kind of ground yourself. So that's when you bring your feet together and your knees apart on your back. Go ahead and do that. And just play with the splay. What I mean by that is if you want your feet a little further away from you, that feels better, then you do that. If it feels like you can get a little bit more of an inner thigh stretch with your feet a little closer to you, that's cool too. So just kind of play with it. Feet tighter in or further apart. Either way works. Turn the palms open, up towards the sky. Let the shoulders melt into the ground. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a full deep breath in through your nose. Exhale loudly out through your mouth. Oh, you didn't want to keep that name in your Zoom box? People write all sorts of funny things in their Zoom boxes. Yes, if you're having an identity crisis, it's a good place to play around with like a new name change. Yeah. Lengthen your tailbone. What I mean by that is really feel some energetic flow from the crown of your head to the base of your tailbone as you kind of let your body flop into the floor. And then let's kick up our Ujjayi breath. Inhalation is through the nose, through the back of our throat. Exhale fully through our nose, keeping our mouth closed through the back of the throat. And allow your breath to calm you this morning. Allow your breath to give you energy. Allow your breath to support you as you move through this flow. Take the feet flat to the ground, keep them hips width distance, and point the knees up towards the sky. The left leg can stay bent such as this. The right knee can draw towards the chest. If you want to work a little bit deeper, you can extend your left leg long and strong, but keep your calf flexed. The modification is to keep the left leg bent in half, foot flat. Secondary option is to extend the left leg. Wherever you are, you're just drawing your right knee towards your navel, softening your shoulders down your back. Keep both feet flexed. It's just going to help you engage. Draw the lower belly in and give the leg a little bit more energy as you pull closer to you. Keep the knee as it is. Reach your arms forward. Reach them forward. Let the shoulder blades lift up and draw and scoop out your lower belly. Hold. Flex your feet strong. If this leg, your left leg needs to stay bent, that's fine. Scoop out the belly, lift from your core, not from your neck or your jaw. Look towards the sky. Keep anchoring the arms forward. Float the left calf from the ground if you like it more intense. Hold. Scoop out the belly a little more. Extend your right leg straight up towards the sky. Reach your hands in a prayer. Reach them forward. Press the prayer, fire up the sides of your triceps, flex both your feet strong, as if you're walking on the ceiling. Hold. Stay with the breath and the feeling. If you need to modify, you modify. Take another big breath in. Good. Relax the left leg back down. Grab the base of your right foot. So in order to do that, you may need to utilize a strap or a hand towel. Place it around the base of the foot and let your shoulders now relax down. If you don't have a strap or a hand towel, grab behind your thigh, such as I'm showing, and create a little leverage for yourself. So your leg kind of falls into your clasped hands. Keep your arms straight. If you're pulling on the strap, let the shoulders draw down the back. You should feel the stretch to the meaty part of your hamstring, not through the insertion point, which is closer towards your butt. Hold. Run a lot of energy through your right leg and don't give up on the left leg. Flex the foot more. Take another big breath in. Stay with it. Draw your waist up. Make sure your lower back stays down on the ground. If you're holding onto the strap, let it go. Move the strap to the side. Let your leg fall to the floor. Good. Rebend your right leg now. Extend your left knee, draw it in towards your chest. I like to start like this. It's good to start and kind of like really break down the pose. And then if you feel okay, your right leg can extend, and the longer that you flex the foot and the calf, keep it down, the more energy you're gonna get. Hug it in. Just drawing the left knee towards the navel, flexing the right leg, strong. Keep the left leg where it is. Draw your arms forward. Just do this much. Keep the right calf down to start. Scoop out your belly, look towards the sky. Hug in a little tighter. Draw the waist up. Float the right calf. Extend the left leg up. Good. Keep reaching forward. See if you can bring your hands behind the thigh in a prayer. Pull yourself up a little higher. You can always keep that right calf down or the leg bent. Draw up a little more. Scoop out your belly. Take another big breath in. Flex your feet. Give it a little more energy. Relax the right leg back to the ground. Grab behind the thigh or reach for your strap and give yourself a safe hamstring strap. When you're working with a strap, it kind of goes over the right below the ball of that foot, kind of where the ball of the foot and the arch meet. And then give yourself some leverage here. Walk your hands up the strap, flex both your feet, keep your lower back down. And don't get ahead of yourself. Sometimes when you start off a little slower, your mind starts to race. Just be present. Let your body feel these slow little movements. If you have a strap around your foot, just remove it. Let the left leg fall to the floor. You're 2 inches taller now. Hug your knees in, give them a big squeeze. Rock and roll several times. Get some momentum this morning, guys. When you come up, cross your ankles. Good. Step to a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So if you're newer to yoga or the practice or it's been some time, I will just remind you, your hands are nice and wide this morning. Your index fingers are pointed forward. You're pressing firm through your hands, and then you may need to bend behind your knees a lot so you can get that extension. Your feet are about hips width distance. And you take a first few breaths, just kind of work it out. Yeah, have some fun with your practice. Looks like some of our Zoomers are having some fun with their practice. Let the head go. Pick a dristi, and if you don't know what a dristi is, that's just a focal point. So find something to kind of hone in on. Let your shoulders move away from the center line of your body. So rather than feeling like you're collapsing all of your weight down, move your shoulders away. Lift your hips up off your shoulders and breathe through the back side of your body. Ujjayi breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Feel your breath sliding in. Exhaling out, roll forward, plank, stack your body. So plank position is elongation of your spine, tailbone long, hands plugging firm. You need to modify your knees drop. Totally cool. I did a practice yesterday where I literally took every single modification that I could possibly take just to do a little. You don't always have to do everything. Fire up, press down, and let your eyes just move a little forward to the front edge of your mat. That I find is a perfect spot to focus. Feel your outer triceps grip in. Feel your shoulders sliding apart, essentially. Plug down to get more energy. Draw your belly and your waist up, contract your thighs. Last little bit of effort here in this first plank. Move more weight forward onto your tippy toes. Pause. If you want more, bend your elbows in half, chaturanga. You can always drop your knees. Re-straighten your arms to a plank. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Roll forward again, plank. Align yourself before you move to the next thing. Bend your elbows in half, chaturanga, or drop your knees. Lead with your heart for an up dog. Point your toes, or baby cobra. Let your neck stay nice and neutral. Just look up a little with your eyes. And then from your hips, move them up and back, downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat. Take 2 big steps to get there this morning. Feet are gonna come hips width distance. If you have two blocks, set them up such as I did. So one's in the front right corner, one's in the left corner of the mat. If you don't have blocks, we can do without. Long spine, hands are on those blocks this morning. Exhale, fold. Good, try that again. Long spine on the inhale. Look forward a little with your eyes and create a little up dog. Weight is forward, exhale, fold. Good. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag your hands to prayer. Drop your arms. So my feet are gonna stay hips width distance for the next little bit, and I'm gonna keep my blocks here. And if you don't have them, you'll just come to your fingertips. Extend your arms up, look up with your eyes. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine, okay? Look forward with your eyes and create a little up dog with your chest. Glide your left leg back into a low lunge. Drop your knee. The knee is on an angle, your right knee is over your right ankle, and you're set up appropriately. Sweep your arms up, supported lunge. So my nature is to just drop like all of my weight into my right hip, but pull out of it a little bit this morning. So you're not just dumping into the joint. Stretch the arms up, look up with your eyes. Keep the back toes curled into the mat. Hands come down to those blocks or the floor. Back leg strong. You're gonna just spring your left foot back. So my feet are gonna stay hips width distance. Long spine on the inhale, weight stays forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come up. Drag the hands to prayer. So just follow the best that you can. It's just yoga, it's not rocket science. Reach the arms up. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips. If you'd like to use the blocks, you can. Keep the left foot, glide the right foot back. Drop the knee, keep the toes curled, sweep the arms up, supported lunge. Rather than just dumping all that weight down, back out of it a little bit. Hands come down, back leg strong, spring forward. Long spine, you're already there. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come up. Drag the hands to prayer. So we're gonna move just like this a little bit. Slide the arms up, look up, get grounded. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Left foot takes a giant step back. Drop the knee, sweep the arms up. Yeah, same thing goes. This time the left hand's gonna go down to the instep. You can use this block, of course. Right arm peels open. If this feels not so great for your shoulders, slide your right arm back. Rather than looking all the way back, because that is the tendency of rounding our spine, just look to the right. Grip your right hip in, twist from above your belly button. Soften your left shoulder, down your back. If your arm is reaching back, reach it up, look down. Both hands down, back leg strong, spring forward. Long spine on the inhale, exhale, fold. Root to rise, come up. Hands to prayer at heart. Drop your arms. Here we go. Arms up, look up. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Keep the left foot where it is. Glide your right leg back, big step. Drop your knee, keep the toes curled. Sweep your arms up. Right hand down to the instep, left arm open. So you choose what feels good here. Arm can go straight up, or I really like the arm back. Yeah. And I always like want to look back, but just look sideways. So if you notice, my right fingertips are tented, so I'm not just dumping all the weight into the shoulder. Grip your left hip underneath you. Yep. And stay nice and upright. Nice, Jules. If you reach back with your arms, slide it straight up. Look down with your eyes. Both hands come to the floor of the blocks. Back leg strong. Spring the leg forward. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come up. Hands to prayer. Keep moving. Arms slide up. Look up. Dive over, bent knees. Forward fold. Come to the fingertips. Long spine. Keep your right foot right where it is. Step your left foot back. Pause. So you may need to scoot your right foot a little to the right if you feel like it's too tight. Arms reach back like a set of airplane wings. If this is too much, your knee drops and you support. Root to rise, come up, crescent lunge. Hip points forward, yeah. So arms reach up energetically. Go ahead and do this, guys, if you can. Straighten your front right leg 3/4 of the way and pause, which means the front leg does not go pin straight 3/4 of the way. Grip your outer hips in, stay high on the ball of your back foot, lengthen from your hip points through your fingertips. Rebend just the front thigh. Try that again. Straighten the right leg 3/4 of the way, grip in, hug in. Rebend the right leg. Hands come down to frame your front foot. Spring your left foot forward. Long spine on the inhale, keep the weight forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come up. Hands to prayer at heart. Arms slide up, look up a little. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Keep your left foot just where it is. Slide your right leg back. Grip your hips underneath you. Fire up the back leg. You can always drop the knee, guys. Yep, arms reach back, hover. Dig your left heel, activate your back leg. Root to rise, crescent lunge. Hip points forward, back leg strong. Reach up to the sides of your body through your fingertips. Straighten your left leg 3/4 of the way, pause. Grip the hips in, hip points up. Energetically reach to the fingertips, rebend the front thigh. Again, straighten the left leg, slow, control, 3/4 of the way at most. Rebend the front thigh, hands come down. Spring your right foot forward. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come up. Hands to prayer at heart. Keep moving. Arms reach up, lengthen. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let the head go. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Keep the right foot where it is. Slide the left foot back. Left hand down, right arm open, easy twist, more traditional way. Use your block if you feel like your shoulder's turning in or your arm feels short. Stack the two shoulders, look up with your eyes. Think side plank arms, grip your right hip underneath you. Right hand down, come to your fingertips, spring your left foot forward. Long spine on the inhale, exhale, fold, root to rise, come up, hands to prayer. Stay with me, guys. The progression warm up, stretch up with your arms. Dive over bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Long spine sets you up, left foot stays where it is, right foot takes a giant step back. Right hand down, left arm peels, easy twist. So I really love working sometimes from front to back because it works on our proprioception, where our body is in space. And as we unfortunately get older, we need more of this. Grip the hips in, activate the back leg, let the two shoulders slide up and down. More breath. Look down, both hands to the floor, spring your right foot forward. Long spine on the inhale, exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Hands to prayer. Arms reach up, go bigger. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Right foot stays where it is, left foot steps back, but this time, turn your back foot strong and pause. So it's a warrior one back foot. Keep your right foot as it is. Yep. Grip the hips in, your back foot's at about a 60-degree angle. Arms reach back. So you're hovering over your front thigh. Clasp your hands if it's available to you, or just reach back really firm with your hands. Either way works great. Your shoulders begin to slide down the back. So press more weight into your right heel and your right thigh. Steer your right hip back and your left waist forward, and then start to lift up with your torso with your arms bound. So warrior one, lower half the body, arms clasped behind you, or active arms. Yep. Steer your right hip back, press with the outer blade of your back left foot. Sweep your arms out and up. Energetically reach through your fingertips. Maybe even the prayer comes to a touch, kind of off-centered, but up straight. Sit a little deeper. Hands come down to frame the front foot. Spring your left foot forward. One more time, long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come up. Hands to prayer. Drop your arms. Slide the arms up. Dive again over bent knees, let the head go. Come to the fingertips, long spine, keep the left foot where it is. Right foot takes a giant step back, pause, then turn it on a strong angle. Stay on your fingertips. I find it helps. Steer the left hip and hug it underneath you and your right thigh forward. Reach your arms back. Clasp the hands opposite grip if it's available, or just keep active arms. Press firm through your back leg. Pause here for a moment. Looks good, guys. Anchor your feet, start to lift your torso. Sometimes you get up and you're like, oh, I have a little bit more room with that front foot. You can slide it forward. Left hip back, right ribs and right waist forward. Arms active or clasped. Look up with your eyes and your chest a little. And then sweep your arms out and up. Look up. Warrior one, maybe the hands come to a soft prayer, kind of off-centered, but your arms are hugging in. Hands to frame the front foot. I lied one more time. Glide your right foot forward. This time, bring your feet together to touch. Your blocks can stay at the top of the mat, or you can just slide them a little forward. Sit into chair. Go ahead. Chair pose. Listen, you can experiment with your chair this morning. Maybe you want to keep your feet hips width distance. Totally cool. Sit really deep into your chair. Yes. Thighs move back, waist lifts. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. You can step, you can float through a vinyasa right now. It's up to you. Pull yourself through an up dog. If you're taking it, press through the tops of the feet, broaden the shoulders and the chest. From your hips up and back, downward facing. Right foot lands, back foot strong. Warrior one is what I'm taking, but you're welcome to take crescent as well. Hands come down, plank position. Bend your elbows in half for a slow push-up. Drop your knees if you prefer. Up dog opens you. Downward facing dog back. Left foot lands, back foot strong. Warrior one or crescent lunge. Looks good, Kristen. Hands come down, plank position. Bend your elbows, do it slow enough so you can feel. You don't want to miss it, it's so great. Up dog. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Look where you want to go at the top of the mat. Step, or float, feet to the top. Yeah, you may feel like you can float now. Long spine on the inhale, exhale, fold. Sit into chair, weight moves into your heels. Yes, weight in your heels. Look up a little with your eyes, it helps. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. You can step. If you're gonna float, you must land with bent elbows, chaturanga. So it's up to you how you wanna move. Up dog pulls you through. Nice, hips up and back, downward facing. Right foot lands, back foot strong. Warrior one. So we're building a little momentum here, but take your time. Hands come down, plank position. Move through a vinyasa, or you can always just step to a downward facing dog and skip it. When you get back to your down dog, glide your left foot forward. Turn your back foot strong, warrior one. Everyone looks so enthusiastic. Oh my gosh, yeah. Hands to the floor, plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana, up to you. Upward facing pulls you through. Downward facing dog is where we meet. You guys look good. Take a deep breath in. Clear it out. Look where you want to go. Step or float, feet to the top. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Sit into chair pose again. Weight moves into your heels. So try not to fight the sensation. Just kind of embrace it. Sit a little deeper. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips to prepare. Plant your palms. You can step, or you can float through your vinyasa. Upward facing dog pulls you through. Hips up and back, downward facing. Right foot forward, back foot strong, warrior one. Hands to the floor, plank position. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, back foot strong. Warrior one. Hands come down, plank. When you move through your chaturanga, do it slow. Then drag your chest through an up dog. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. You can keep your knees very bent in down dog. If this doesn't feel good for you, let your head go. Let your breath flow. Look where you want to go. One more. Step or float, feet to the top. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold over yourself. Sit again into a chair. So we're just free flowing them here. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Step, step, or float through a vinyasa. Upward facing should feel good. It's a back bend. Downward facing dog back. Keep moving. Right foot forward, back foot strong. Warrior one. Hands come down. You can step right to a dog or chaturanga. Up dog. Hips up and back. Down dog. Left foot forward. Good momentum, everyone. Warrior one. Hands come down. Plank position. Bend your elbows in half. Chaturanga. Pull yourself to a clean up dog. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Look where you want to go. Step or float, feet to the top. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Sit into chair. Drag your seat back. Move the weight into your heels. Bring your hands to a prayer. Inhale your breath. Hook the elbow, twist to the right. So just pay attention. I find a lot of the times in this chair twist, our whole left side of the body wants to kind of wrap. So then your left knee will slide past your right. Do your best to kind of line it up even. Hook the elbow, then look to the right. Then connect to your breath. Soften your jaw and your face. Maybe open up your arms if you want a little more. But move your weight back into your heels. Stay with your breath. Keep the shape of the lower half of the body. Pull around to a chair. Look forward with your eyes. Fire up your arms. Start to press to stand, but hug your right knee like we did before in towards our chest. You can grab the front of your right knee, such as this. Yes, it's like a supported standing leg raise. The left leg can be, the left arm can be straight up, or your hand can be on your hip. So this may be where you stay. Find balance, find support, find a steady focus. Reach for your big toe if you want more. Moving on, hinge the right leg forward. Just like you did on your back before, the variation, soften the shoulder, lengthen the left side of the body. Grip your left leg strong. It's like Tadasana. Soften your right hip. Wherever you are, you're great. Keep the right leg forward. Switch the grip. So you're going to grab either the outer part of your right foot and reach your right arm back for dancing Shiva, or do this with a bent right leg. Stand up tall, and it's almost like you're splitting the right arm down the mat. See if you can look back. This is one that it's good to look back and see if you see your right fingertips. Stand up a little taller, press strong. Keep the leg strong. Begin to move your eyes forward. Don't let the leg drop. Keep it lifted. Bring both arms up. The leg is lifted. Keep the leg up strong. Drop your arms by your side body. Clasp your hands. Inhale your breath. Slide your right leg back like a pendulum for warrior three. You could use those blocks if your balance gets a little off. Steer your hips towards the floor. Lift from your inner thigh. Lift your chest and your torso a little bit higher and flex your right foot. You're not opening your hips here. Keep the hands bound or arms reaching back actively. Don't let the right leg touch the ground like a pendulum. Keep the leg strong and straight. gonna slide. It's gonna extend forward. Lift both your arms up. Lift a little higher. The leg can be bent too. Lower the right foot down. Stand tall, sit into chair. Drag your hands to prayer. Hook the elbow, twist to the left. Wasn't that fun? If you feel like you missed something, don't worry. Yeah, we'll get it on the second side. Weight in your heels. Dig the heels into the mat. Open up your arms if you want more. I rarely do that. I don't know. Look up with your eyes. Keep the shape of the lower half of the body. You guys look really strong from what I can see here. Pull around to chair. Keep your arms super strong and engaged. Start to press to stand slow. All the weight transfers to the right leg and the left leg begins to draw up. Hand can come to the front of the knee just to kind of capture it. Just do this much first. Standing on the right leg, left leg bent, right arm reaching up or hand on hip. Focus here. Soften the shoulders down the back. Actively engage your right leg. It's like Tadasana. Reach down, grab your big toe if you're moving on. Extend the leg forward. Move step by step, and if you fall out, come back again. Lengthen the tailbone, press to the standing left foot. Draw the shoulder down the back, stand up a little taller. Keep your eyes forward for a moment. Keep your left leg lifted. Start to switch the grip. Grab the outer part of the foot or bend the leg and grab the outside of the knee. Reach back with the left arm. Standing right leg pretty straight, left leg at as much bend as you need. If you fall, you'll take everyone out in the room with you and it's okay. Just laugh and get back in. Yeah. Keep the lift of the leg. These look great. Start to pull around slowly. Keep the lift of the leg, arms up. Drop your arms by your side body, clasp your hands. Keep lifting the leg. Begin to slide the left leg back like a pendulum. Warrior 3, square the hips. Arms either active or bound. Standing right leg has to have a little bend. Back leg strong, chest lifts. Slide your hands onto blocks if you need a little extra. Keep your drishti forward. Keep the hands bound or the arms active. Begin to slide your left leg forward like a pendulum. See if you can do it without the foot touching the floor. Lift the left leg up. Yeah, lift it up and then slide your arms up. Lift it a little higher. Lower the left foot down. Hands to prayer. Stand still for a moment. Separate your feet to about hips width distance. You'll most likely need these blocks at the top of the mat right now, so bring them here. You may even want to bring them up high. Okay? So hands on your hips. Bend your weight forward. Slide both your hands onto those blocks. If you don't have blocks, just go directly to the floor. Focus on your standing right leg. Lift your left leg up. So I'm in a amended Warrior 3. If you had like an ottoman or a chair, you could also bring that to you right now. The wall. So bend into your right leg a little. If you want to make this more challenging, obviously the hands can just be in prayer and you can be balancing in Warrior 3. Focus on the standing right leg. Grip the hip in. Keep the block underneath your right hand and begin to open into half moon. Slow, half moon. Grip your right hip underneath you. Lift from your inner left thigh. Extend your left arm up. Look up with your eyes. So the block should be a little off center to the right, off the edge of the right baby toe. Spark up the inner left thigh and then extend up, look up. Keep gripping your right hip in. And if you fall out, plenty of opportunity to get back in and join us again. Standing right leg is like Tadasana, it's straightforward. 2 more breaths. Keeping your right foot as it is. Start to get a little lighter in your right hand. Take a giant step back. Warrior 2. Do it the best that you can. It's not always graceful. I'm aware. Open up wide, Warrior 2. Make sure your feet aren't all over the place. Yeah. Your right foot is forward, your inner thigh turns open, your back leg is strong, and the foot turns a little. Spread your arms wide. Straight up and down with your torso, lengthen your tailbone down and drop into the pose. 5 breaths, close your eyes. Soften your shoulders, relax your jaw, open your right thigh open towards the baby toe of your right foot. Keep the shape of the lower half of the body. You can blink your eyes open. Reach out with your right hand. Today's practice, maybe you just want your arm on your thigh. This is cool. If not, use the block, place it to the outside of your foot for extended side angle A. Place it any direction that you want to make the pose effective. Right hand down, left arm up. Left arm can then slide forward if you want a little more. Keep hugging your right hip underneath you. Yeah. And turn your bottom right ribs open. Press firm through your left leg. And then with that, you're going to get this awesome energetic reach through your left arm, through your fingertips. Soften your right shoulder wherever you are. And then come to the breath. So this is a variation extended side angle. I'm going to opt to allow you to add a half bind with your left arm. So if it feels good, wrap the left arm around. Grab the inner thigh. If it's not for you, just stay in this basic form. Keep turning your bottom ribs and look up. Grip your right hip. Stay with the breath a little longer. So from here, we're going to look down. We're going to transition right to triangle. So all I need you to do is either straighten the leg and keep your hand on a block, or slide your hand to your shin, keep the half bind if you care to, and straighten out your right leg. If you get here and like, this doesn't feel great for my lower back, you may need to come up and shorten your stance. Keep the half bind for the first few breaths. Keep turning your bottom ribs. So if you notice, I just have my hand on my shin, my right arm is straight up and down, and I'm creating a lot of lift through the side body and the torso as I look up. So it's more of a twist than a back bend. Spread your toes wide and see if your inner and outer thighs can lift up a little more away from your kneecap. Spread your left arm wide. Regular triangle pose. Look up with your eyes. 3 breaths. Draw in space and energy as you hold. Look down. Circle both hands to frame your front foot. Left hand and palm strong. Roll to the outer blade of your left foot. Some variation of side plank. Right arm up. You can also just drop your knee and take this supported. I'm showing the supported version right here. Bottom knee right underneath the hip, right arm up. Side plank, stacking the 2 feet, gripping your hips underneath you and sliding your right arm up. Spark up your toes, lift from your bottom hip. Look down with your eyes. Plank position, pause. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing point. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Look where you want to go. Step or float, feet to the top. Long spine on the inhale, breath, pause. Take your blocks, place them up high, and if you don't, just tense your fingertips. Keep the left leg where it is. Slide the right leg back to a amended warrior 3. So guys, if I didn't have the blocks, I could even turn towards my fireplace and do it that way. Yes, hands to a prayer if you want to work a little deeper into the balance. Grip your left hip in. Keep the block underneath your left shoulder. Start to open up your hips into a half moon. Your left leg strong, the foot is forward. These look great, guys. Right hand can stay on your hip. You notice that your left foot wants to kind of turn on you. Just work out the balance here. Lift from your inner thigh, stack the 2 shoulders. And lastly, you start to look up. Long side body. Stay with this. We're holding a little longer. focus a lot of energy on your standing left foot and your left hip. Grip it underneath you. Now maybe lighten your left fingertips a little. Look down. Take a giant step back. Warrior two. Warrior two. Set up your warrior two the best that you can. Pretty long stance. Torso straight up and down. Energy running through your upper body. Close your eyes and just breathe 5 breaths. Enjoy the moments you just get to be still in the poses. Turn up the inner part of your left thigh. Breathe across your collarbone. Lengthen as you sit into the pose a little bit more. Keep the shape of your legs. Blink your eyes open. Reach out with your left hand. Either your arm could just rest on your thigh. This is a great place to be. Or reach down and place a block, outer blade of your foot. Hand tense, arm reaches up. Slide your arm forward if you want more. This is important. If your right arm is kind of coming in front of your face, this is an indication your shoulder is really tight. So maybe just have the expression of the arm up. Arm reaching forward, the bicep should turn and the baby finger is going to face down towards the ground. That's the healthy shoulder. Grip the hip underneath you and turn up your bottom ribs. Lighten your shoulders. If you'd like to add the half bind, reach up big with your right arm. Wrap around and see if you can get hold of your inner thigh. Then twist open. Connect to your breath and the feeling that the pose is creating. Hopefully don't focus on the negative, only the positive stuff. Use the strength of your right leg. It's there to help you. 3 more. Lighten your energy. Transitioning slow to triangle. You can keep your hand bound for the first few breaths. Straighten the leg and just slide your hand up. If you need to step your foot in, do that. If you need to use the block, turn the block up and situate yourself here. Turn the bottom ribs, look over the right shoulder. Your left arm is straight up and down, resting on your shin. Nice, really nice, Kristen. Lean back just a tiny bit, perfect. And then see if you can spread your toes and press through the mounds of your feet. Fire up your inner and outer thighs. And then start to unleash the right arm. Regular triangle. See how that feels. Lots of fresh blood running to your right fingertips. Two more. Look down, circle the hands down, lean onto your right hand. Find a variation of side plank that works. Yeah. The nature is our left hip wants to open, stack it on top. Slide the 2 arms, then look up. Flex your feet. If you need to drop your knee, you drop your knee. Come back to your breath. You're doing great. Look down, plank position. Slow chaturanga or right to a downward facing dog, it's up to you. Up dog will feel good if you do take it. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Loud breath out. Stay with me, guys, a little more in the standing poses. Look where you want to go. Step or float feet to the top. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Once again, you're not coming up. Long spine on the inhale. Slide the blocks underneath the shoulders. Round your right foot. Float the left leg up. Warrior 3 with blocks. If you want to go and bend into the standing right leg a little, bring your hands to a prayer and practice warrior 3 here. Hands in prayer, arms reaching back, arms reaching forward are going to be the most challenging. 2 breaths and then we move on. Standing right leg can have as much bend behind it as you need. Look down with your eyes. Left hand's going to come underneath your left shoulder. Back left leg's going to stay lifted. Right hand on the flat part of your back, moving into revolved Ardha Chandrasana. So it's like warrior 3 with a twist. Right hand may choose to just stay on the flat part of the back, and you may just practice looking right. If you can stack the 2 shoulders, give it a go. Lift from the inner thigh, twist open. Twist a little more, stay with it. Look down, right hand comes to the floor. Giant step back, like we've been practicing. Grip the hips, root to rise, crescent lunge. Hands to prayer at heart. Inhale the breath, hook the elbow, turn to the right. If anyone's planning on going on a long run tomorrow, you're gonna feel great because your hip flexors are gonna be super open from this practice. Lengthen and twist open. If you get here and you're like, I don't feel so great, drop your knee. There's nothing wrong with the modifications. They're there to help. Lengthen, look to the right. Activate your legs, grip your hips, open up your arms if you want more. So if the feeling is that you're leaning back a tiny bit, crown of the head's gonna line up with your back left foot. Just a little bit more. Look down, take both hands to the floor, pause. If you need your blocks, spring your foot forward. Long spine on the inhale breath. Exhale, fold. One more time today. Long spine, prepare. Slide the blocks underneath the shoulders to start. Left leg strong, right leg lifts up. Pause. Play here a little. Give yourself an opportunity to be challenged. Maybe hands in prayer. Maybe arms can reach forward. You may feel fatigued, but you can feel the strength your body's creating from this practice. Lift from the inner thigh. And then from here we move on. Hands to prayer, gaze to the floor. Right hand underneath the right shoulder on the block. Left hand, start with it flat on the back. Think warrior three, just with adding a little twist. Great, this looks great, Kristen. And then extend the left arm up, if you can. Lift from the inner thigh, then look up with your eyes. Sometimes we surprise ourselves as we move. Give the twist a little more. So here's a little suggestion. Grip your left hip underneath you. Wants to kind of pop out. 2 more. Look down, take both hands to the floor. Giant step back. Arrange your feet so it's proper distance, hips with distance. Root to rise, crescent lunge. Drop your knee if you need it. Hands to prayer. Inhale the breath, hook the elbow, go to the left. Yeah, lean back just a tiny bit. Activate your back leg. I know as I start to get tired in the practice, I lean into that right heel. Drive your weight forward and lean back a little. Two more. You're doing great. Look down, place both hands to the floor. Follow along the best you can. Straighten the left leg, pivot the foot. I'm pivoting towards the fireplace. My legs are strong and long. So I'm in a wide straddle. Onto the fingertips, long spine, weight stays forward. Exhale, fold. Hands go directly underneath the shoulders. Here, yes, separate leg stretching. See how y'all did with that. Here's an opportunity where if you want to add an inversion, this is where you go up. Nancy, bend your knees a lot. Bring your weight more forward and draw your stomach towards the front of your thighs. Slide your blocks underneath your hands if you need to. Nice, Amy. So if you want to go upside down, this is your spot. Yes, I know Katie's upside down. This is why I'm calling this for her. Yes, if you aren't with your legs lifted in the sky, this is still considered an inversion, and this is affecting and changing our central nervous system for the better. Keep moving your weight forward. If you want to just add a little more, grab the sides of your shins or the front of your shins. Yeah, keep bending your knees if you have difficulty. And open your elbows. If you're unsure, I'm grabbing the front of my shins, I'm opening my elbows, and I'm pulling my torso closer towards my fireplace as I fold. If you went upside down, split your legs, come out with slow, controlled efforts. Land your feet, you'll meet us. Everybody, long spine on the inhale. Walk your hands to the front of the mat, plant your palms, and just step to a downward facing dog. When you get to a down dog, roll forward to a plank position, clean this up. Lower halfway to a chaturanga. Pull yourself to a great up dog. Hips up and back, downward facing. Land your right knee forward, go for a half pigeon. You did all this work, you get a little treat. Come forward, half pigeon. So as we start to shift in the practice right here, right, let your body just kind of enjoy that. Fold forward. So just to remind you, your left thigh is down, the top of your left foot is down, or you can have the toes curled. Your hips are squared towards the mat, and you're just neutralizing yourself as you fold. Allow yourself to drift off. Hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, step to a downward facing dog. And when you get there, just slide your left knee forward, kind of stay in the half pigeon trance and fold. Turn the right thigh down, the top of the right foot down. And let yourself just melt. A little more, a little longer. Use the strength of your body. Start to come up slowly. Lean onto your left side. Swing the right leg around. Bend your legs in half like this. Flip your palms behind you. So when you flip your palms, the creases of my wrists are facing me. Inhale the breath. On the exhale breath, lift up into reverse tabletop today. Broaden the shoulders and the chest. Keep your neck neutral if it doesn't feel good to let your head drop back. Anchor your feet. Turn the thighs down. Feel your outer triceps. Grip in. Breathe. On the exhale breath, start to lower down. You're gonna slide your seat back, straighten your legs, and press your arms into the ground and flex your feet. Got it? Lift your hips, reverse tabletop. You could slide blocks underneath your hands if you care to. I find it a little distracting. So you're in a reverse tabletop. You can also ignore that extra little part and just do this. Slide your hips back, straighten your legs. As you straighten the legs, lift one leg. Try and straighten your back. Rebend the legs, tabletop position, reversed. Lift up, do it slow. Slide your seat back. Flex your feet, lift the other foot. Again, reverse tabletop lift, one more time. On the exhale breath, slide your seat back, flex your feet, try and lift both. Mine are not going anywhere. Lower down. Lay down on your backs, set yourself up for 2 more back bends to kind of close the shop up here. Take your blocks with you. Bend your legs in half. Lift your hips. I'm into supported bridge. I'm like, why even go there? But if you want to go for a full wheel right now, go for it. The block could go underneath your lower back. It can even go low. This is great. This is a back bend. Anchor your feet. Yeah. Full wheel though, if you want to go full wheel. Yeah, I know you want to do full wheel. Go for it. Flip your palms, bring your chin to your chest. Block can be underneath your lower back. You can just elevate your legs straight up and create the illusion of legs up the wall, which is a great release for lactic acid. If you went up into a full wheel, you'll come out slowly. Amy, turn your inner thighs under. Yep. Exhale the breath, come out. And just work on one more on your own right here. Just one more sort of back bend, a sort of back bend. Yeah, turn your feet forward. Katie, feet forward, nice. Exhale the breath, start to come out. When you start to come out slowly, move any objects out from underneath you. And then just hug your knees to your chest, give them a big squeeze in. And then reach for the outer blades of your feet and enjoy a happy baby. Pull the knees down around the rib cage, flex your feet strong, lengthen your tailbone. And then like we started, extend your left leg forward, hug your right knee, and don't worry, I'm not gonna make you do it all over again. Hug the knee in, give it a good squeeze. And then single legged here, take your right leg over towards the left for a gentle supine twist. Take your right arm into a cactus-like arm and then look a little right. Give yourself a gentle release. Come up to center, relax the right leg out, hug the left knee strong, give it a good squeeze, and then take the left leg over to the right, supine twist. Come up to center. Set yourself up for Shavasana. If you have two blocks, my friends, take them underneath the backs of the thigh knee area, such as this. Let your feet open wide. Let yourself relax down, maybe even put something over your eyes. Turn your palms open. Let your pelvis neutralize. Exhale your breath. Let it all go. Shavasana, complete rest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. As you start to come back from the Shavasana into your body, move slow, bring your arms up, stretch up over out of your body over your head. Maybe give your knees a solid squeeze in towards your chest. And then use the strength of your body to just come up and sit up in a position. If you want to just stay down, you can do that too. Sit up really tall, let your shoulders draw down your back. A little bit of a different practice this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. Let the hands come to a prayer, bow your head, have gratitude, especially this time of year. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. I'm back on Friday, 10:30, and Saturday at 9:30 this week. Have a great holiday and see ya.